The American church is on the decline. I'm not sure how some of these smaller churches keep their doors open. I can't imagine that they'll still be operational in 10 years. I was just talking to a pastor that I know of an Assemblies of God church, who I like because I find him to be an unusually candid and open minded person for a pastor. But he was telling me about how they're going to have to shut down in 5 years just because it's not financially solvent. I don't think that's uncommon either. I think there are a lot of churches that are really just facing some very bleak prospects. On the flip side, I will see articles in the news that suggest otherwise. I just saw some article, I think it was about a church in North Carolina, some very animated black pastor. Apparently there were long waiting lines, people arriving at 5 in the morning to get a seat. It was quite the production from what it sounded like. If that's true, and I think there probably are some churches that are seeing an increase in attendance, I think it's probably what my wife, who was a BCBA, would call an extinction burst. And I'm just going to quote ChatGPT really quick to explain what an extinction burst is. So, an extinction burst is a concept from behavioral psychology. It refers to the temporary increase in behavior when that behavior is no longer being reinforced. So when a behavior that used to work suddenly stops working, the individual often does it more frequently, with greater intensity, or in a more varied way before eventually giving up. This surge is called an extinction burst. And then ChatGPT gives an example that I found particularly relevant to what's happening with American churches. So consider, for example, the vending machine. You put in money, press the button, but nothing comes out. Before giving up, you press the button repeatedly, harder, or try different combinations. I don't think the church in America is going to recover anytime soon. There will be some sort of remnant that survives, and I'm not sure what it will look like on the other side. But personally, I'm quite cynical about the state of the American church. I think it's in shambles. I think it's crumbling. And I think it just doesn't work the way that it has been operating.